Welcome to Module 6 of the EntraEdu project. In this lesson, we'll explore the role of ethics in both everyday life and business. Our focus is on ethical and sustainable thinking, understanding how our values influence our actions and how responsible choices support long-term success. This module is part of EntraEdu, an Erasmus Plus funded project that supports young adults with migrant backgrounds in developing entrepreneurial skills through gamified learning experiences. Ethical and sustainable thinking involves understanding the moral principles that guide human behavior, determining what's right or wrong, and considering the impact of our actions not only on ourselves, but also on others and the environment. In practice, this means we need to consider all stakeholders, apply core ethical values, and carefully reflect on the consequences of our decisions. In the EntraComp framework, ethical and sustainable thinking is one of the core competencies within the Ideas and Opportunities pillar. It stands alongside spotting opportunities, creativity, vision, and valuing ideas. Together, these competencies enable entrepreneurs to recognize and shape business opportunities that are not only innovative, but also responsible and meaningful. Ethics is about the principles that guide how we act and make decisions, helping us choose what's right, both personally and in society. The word comes from the Greek ethos, meaning custom or character. Ethics helps us think about how to live meaningfully, understand our rights and responsibilities, and make choices that reflect our values. Philosophers often group ethics into three areas. Metaethics explores what morality means. Normative ethics sets standards for right and wrong. And applied ethics focuses on real-world issues like human rights and social justice. Ethics matters. It's not just something for academics or philosophers, it's part of everyday life. Whether we're making personal choices or guiding a business, ethics helps us navigate complex decisions with clarity and integrity. Ethics plays a vital role in decision-making. It helps us make choices that reflect our values and respect others. Ethical decisions go beyond what's easy or profitable. They ask, who will this affect? What's the most responsible path forward? For example, a manager might choose between cutting safety costs for short-term gains or investing in employee well-being. Ethics means putting people first, even when it's harder. There are three key steps in ethical decision-making. First, consider all stakeholders. Think about everyone affected: employees, customers, communities, and the environment. Second, apply ethical principles. Let honesty, fairness, and responsibility guide you. And third, reflect on the consequences. Consider both short-term effects and long-term impact. Will your choice build trust? Ethical decision-making may be challenging, but it's the key to integrity and long-term success. The connection between personal ethics and business ethics is direct. Ethical individuals make ethical organizations. A company's values are reflected in its choices, whether in fair treatment of workers, transparency with customers, or commitment to sustainability. In short, business ethics is not a separate idea, it's ethics applied to the business world. Business ethics refers to the principles and standards that guide behavior in commercial settings. It's about finding a balance between making a profit and acting responsibly. Ethical businesses are more likely to gain trust, avoid scandals, and stay compliant with regulations. When done right, business ethics is not just a moral choice, it's also a smart business strategy. Business ethics isn't just about doing the right thing, it also makes smart business sense. Ethical companies build strong reputations. When customers see transparency and fairness, they're more likely to trust and support the brand. Ethical workplaces also boost employee satisfaction. Fair wages and inclusive policies create happier teams and reduce turnover. There's less risk, too. Following ethical standards helps companies avoid legal troubles and public backlash. Ethics supports sustainable growth. For example, investing in renewable energy may cost more at first, but it reduces expenses over time and builds a green image. Finally, ethics strengthens stakeholder relationships. When businesses show real social responsibility, they earn trust from investors, partners, and customers. In the end, Ethics is more than a value, it's a powerful advantage for long-term success. Now let's have a look at corporate social responsibility. Corporate social responsibility, or CSR, is closely tied to business ethics. It's about companies taking responsibility for their social, environmental, and economic impact. This slide shows the triple bottom line concept, a framework that encourages companies to look beyond profits and also consider people and the planet. Ethical thinking supports CSR by promoting integrity, transparency, and fairness in everything a business does. Business ethics and corporate social responsibility, or CSR, go hand in hand. Together, they form the foundation of a responsible and trustworthy organization. Let's look at the key principles that connect directly to CSR. Integrity means being honest and transparent in all business activities, like reporting data accurately and building real credibility. Fairness is about treating all stakeholders equally, offering things like equal pay for equal work. Social responsibility asks businesses to look beyond profit and make a positive impact on society and the environment. Transparency means communicating openly about practices and decisions, which builds trust. And accountability is about owning your actions and making things right when mistakes happen. These principles aren't just ideas, they're the heart of CSR. CSR means turning these values into action, creating real, positive impact for people and the planet. Let's look at two major cases where ethics failed, with serious consequences. First, the Volkswagen emissions scandal, also known as Dieselgate. In 2015, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency discovered that Volkswagen had cheated emissions tests. The company installed software in diesel cars that reduced emissions during testing, but on the road, these cars could emit up to 40 times the legal limit. The scandal affected millions of vehicles and led to global investigations, costing Volkswagen billions and damaging its reputation. Next, the Deepwater Horizon oil spill in 2010. A BP-operated oil rig exploded in the Gulf of Mexico, causing the largest accidental oil spill in history. Over 3 months, nearly 5 million barrels of oil leaked into the ocean, devastating wildlife, ecosystems, and local communities. The disaster not only caused environmental harm, but also led to huge financial penalties and long-term damage to BP's public image. Both cases show the high cost of neglecting ethics and responsibility in business. To summarize, ethics are moral principles that help us determine right from wrong. In modern societies, ethics build trust, promote cooperation, and ensure fairness. In business, ethical principles improve reputation, employee morale, and reduce risk. When companies align with values like transparency, fairness, and social responsibility, they not only do good, they also do well. Ethics is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Thank you for your attention. This lesson is part of the EntreEdu project, funded by the European Union, which supports young entrepreneurs with migrant backgrounds. We hope this introduction to ethics will inspire you to think critically and act responsibly as you shape your future business ideas.